Spotlight, moonlight, nigga, why you tripping? Get your mood right. Tryna look good in the moonlight. All these niggas so bad, mine. Spotlight.
La miseria te atacó la casquina da que nani gabali Beat on the color got the one no kashi
I'll take you to the moon and back, backseat of my Cadillac. Start out slow, then play it faster. I'll fly you out to paradise. Take a hit and close your eyes. I know what you fantasize about. I know what you let me fill your lungs and breathe me out. Press me up again. I know what you I know what you fantasize about.
This is the story of Alice Marie Jackson. She was a sweet young girl but didn't have many real-life friends. She did, however, have several imaginary friends who she referred to by numbers rather than names. Her best friend was called Zero. She wore a black sweater, black and white striped gloves, striped socks and brown boots. She also had very dark black circles around her eyes. After a while she started forgetting about Zero as she didn't need her anymore. She'd made a real friend called Anne. One day Alice was sunbathing in the garden when she had the sudden urge to cross the road. As she did, a massive white truck almost ploughed straight into her. But it managed to swerve at the last second. It went straight into a ditch and out of the wreckage crawled Alice's parents, both of whom died in front of her. Alice was later taken in by her alcoholic neighbour Mr. Rogers. He was also abusive towards Alice, so she absolutely hated him. One day at school she went to the bathroom after feeling sick. She thought she briefly saw someone else's face in the mirror, but she dismissed it. When she returned to her desk, someone had drawn a load of weird red circles in her notebook. A few days later she took a different route to school. She walked through the snowy forest. When she got to school she tripped up and a bunch of boys started laughing at her. Alice snapped and brutally beat up one of the boys by punching him repeatedly in the face. When she looked up, everyone was looking at her in shock. She ran home crying, and when she looked in the mirror she heard a voice in her head. It said it was her old best friend Zero and that she was there to protect her. Over the next few weeks Alice grew more and more irritable. She ended up getting expelled from school and Mr. Rogers locked her in a room as punishment. A few days later Alice fainted on the floor, and when she woke up she smelt something rotten and noticed a hammer on the floor covered in blood. Several circles were written on the walls in blood, and she noticed Mr. Rogers' head placed neatly on her pillow. Whilst making her way downstairs she tripped up and knocked herself out. She woke up in a room full of mirrors. The words, "It's your best friend, Zero, remember?" echoed through her head. Alice then proceeded to smash every single mirror in the room. She made her way back to the bathroom and was shocked at what she saw in the mirror. Her skin and hair were white and her eyes were covered in black circles. Alice was gone. Zero was finally free. She cut and sewed a smile into her cheeks. She then went to visit her best friend Anne, who said she had a present for Alice. When she arrived, she smashed Anne's face in with the hammer, killing her. She then went to open the gift that Anne had bought, and it was a black and white striped scarf. Zero donned the scarf and disappeared into the woods.
I'm Jane.
My name's Loving June. Do you want to play with me?
Never slowing down.
Como es que yo crecí, metido en un barrio donde todos los días hay lío. Muchos chivatos se quedan resentidos, no pueden con lo suyo y están pendientes a lo mío. Ma, dime qué